Hello everybody, I'm Sarah Banks from Banks' Business Solutions and I hope that you're all well today. I want to talk to you this morning about free email accounts, purely because it came up at the MailChimp training that I did recently, that some of the attendees were using Gmail, Hotmail accounts for their business. Now, I'm not here to tell you off for doing that. What I want to do this morning is just share with you a few of the reasons why it isn't such a good idea, and hopefully that will make you have a look at what your other options are. So the first thing to say about free email accounts is that clients often don't think that you're as trustworthy a business if they're emailing you on sarahsbusiness@gmail.com, at hotmail.com, at yahoo.co.uk. They will trust a business with a domain linked email address over those email accounts. So my email address is hello@banksbusinesssolutions.co.uk. It shows that I am a business, I'm a reputable business, and people see that as being more professional. The second thing to say is that quite often these free email accounts aren't designed for business use. Now, Gmail is a slight exception to that because they do have the same security settings as for their paid accounts. However, you need to really look at what the security settings are on these free accounts because they are designed for personal use, and therefore there isn't the same requirement for antivirus protection, encryption, and other things like that within those email accounts. You also need to think about GDPR. If you're using a free email account and you're processing customer data through it, be that personal data or even special category data, things like that relate to their race, their health, their religion, anything like that, you need to ascertain whether or not that free account is compliant. And if the email service provider has given you an option of having some form of data processing agreement with them if they aren't registered for Privacy Shield, if they're based in the USA. So you really need to look at that and whether or not it is appropriate. And the final thing is, what are the terms and conditions of that email provider for use for business? Now, I haven't checked them recently, but I know that last year, Hotmail terms and conditions clearly stated that you couldn't use it for business use. Now, if you get found out to be in breach of those terms and conditions, that email service provider has every right to close your email account down. You're not paying for it, you have no legal redress over that, you've breached the terms and conditions, they can shut the account down. So imagine if that was to happen, you would lose an awful lot of business by that happening. So I would strongly urge you to look at getting a domain linked email address. You can register a domain for your business. It could just be your first name, last name.com. It doesn't have to be anything too fancy. If you haven't finalised your business name yet or you're just starting out, you can register a domain with someone like 123reg or GoDaddy really cheaply. And I wouldn't recommend you get your email account with either of them, and that's for a discussion another day. But once you've registered that domain, you can go to somebody like Gmail and use their G Suite for business for around about £3 or £4 a month and have an email address linked to that domain. Microsoft offers something very similar for a similar cost per month, where you would use Outlook, or you could use Outlook Online just like you would if you were using a Hotmail account. So it is a low cost option. I'd also add that if you have a website, quite often website hosting includes at least 1 or 2 email accounts with it. So you may find that you can get your email account set up at no extra cost to what you're currently paying out. I really strongly urge you to look at it. If you've got any questions about getting email accounts set up, please do let me know. I'd be very happy to talk to you away from here about that as well. Please leave me a note in the comments. Let me know what you do in your business, and I hope that you find this top tip video useful.